Welcome to Billy Review Stuff, where I review stuff. Today I'm looking at NECA Shin Godzilla Atomic Blast. The genuine, real, original, totally not a bootleg off of eBay real figure. No, this is totally bootleg. Um, it it only cost $25 shipped from Japan or China. I can't remember which one the seller said he was from, at least on his listing. But at least first impressions, his head's there. I swear, it's rattling around in there somewhere. It's in there. But at least first impressions from like looking at it, it doesn't look too bad. But we'll see how it feels once I get it out of the box. And another weird thing, because it had free shipping, it also came with this super deformed MCU Hulkbuster that it's something. It has where it's like definitely like a second off of some kind of production line or something. Who knows? It's a solid block of something. It helped weigh down the package, I guess. Whatever. Thanks, guy. Thank you for the extra stuff to put in a pile. You're the best. But let's go ahead and get him out of the box. So before I go any further with this figure, and it's gonna be fun, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do a lead test on it because this is a bootleg. It is super clear it's a bootleg, and it's when it came out of that package. Oh boy, could I smell it! It was something going on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. So much fun. It's a mystery to you and me what's going on with this guy today. But yeah, just looking at it right off the bat, I mean, I think he kind of embodies everything that Shin Godzilla is. Horrifying pain and misshaped monstrosity. I think the bootleg copy of the NECA figure really captures that. And give it a little time. It looks like it does not have where it's testing positive for lead, so we're good. Out of the package and tested for lead. This bootleg has where it obviously the mold does not look bad because the mold is from NECA. The paint on him, because he is cast in red plastic, and then what should have been dry brushed onto each individual piece of the figure, but it seems more like it was assembled and then sprayed down with some black paint there, or wiped down, or just applied very, very heavily, instead of like how it was done on the NECA figure. But it's flat black paint, so it doesn't really work very well. Now you can kind of see the water on the thigh right here from where I tested it for lead. If it had a gloss coat put on top of it, or if it was a gloss coat first and then the dry brushing on it, it might have had where it came out a little better. But again, like right when I took it out of the package, it had like an odor to it of where, I mean, like the paint is dry. I think it just might be from where, like when this, because I don't know if they're still making batches of these guys, or if they made them all at one time and they're just thousands upon thousands of Shin Godzilla just sitting in various Chinese warehouses and stuff, just hanging out and just heating up and off-gassing and everything from the plastic. But let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation and see if that's good on this guy. You know, maybe. I hope it comes across on here. Just a little bit closer look at the head sculpt here. As you can see, the eyes are little bitty dots, just random dots peppered onto the sculpt. And yeah, they look kind of horrible. I mean, like one looks a little bit yeah, it's something there. But you can see where it's cast in red plastic. They tried a little bit on the paint job in the mouth. I'd have to take a look. I'll have to get a comparison shot right here of like the actual uh, Atomic Blast figure and see if it has where like one jaw is like it seems larger than the other, just seems misproportioned. But I mean, like that kind of is Shin Godzilla a little bit, just a gaggle of oof, off pain and suffering. There are some pain issues. I mean, like that's a little like fleck from something. I think it was from where whoever was painting the eyes must have been painting it on there while it was attached to this neck before that was attached. Maybe again, like I think that all the like most of these pieces were put together before they painted it, or like it was like in chunks instead of doing individual pieces painted. But articulation wise, again, the head was off when I got it. It was floating around the pack, and it's off again. It at least it feels secure. It's not like a loose ball joint there. It holds. Ball joint at the neck is still holding. The ball joint at the torso. Oh god, you can see. Oh, he's so red. Oh, he's so badly painted. Yeah, that's so it feels strong. The shoulder feels good. The joints at the you poor guy at the elbows feel strong. They're not loose. The wrist joints, your little wiggly hand, your little wiggly pain hand. Probably need to be heated up a little bit, but like it doesn't feel like I'm gonna break them. So his little malformed hands are okay. His hips feel tight. There's stuff going on there. Not bad. The paint job at the knees are terrible. Yeah, like I said, this whole leg was put together and it was like painted like this, and it wasn't individually painted. Oof. I think the ball joint in the ankle here might not be seated all the way, but I mean, like it looks, it's strong. His toenails look okay, ish, big ish on there. His tail, his tail isn't bad, honestly. Like I think I have like on my actual one where like I stuck some like blue tack in like either this joint or that joint. Or this joint. Maybe there's multiple joints of blue tack on my actual NECA figure because like it had where it was like drooping and falling, but like this one, I mean, like it feels tight for now, you know. And then you get to the bendy wire here in the tail. And I don't want to push it too much because I know like on the real one, it's bad about ripping and stuff, but like it's something. I don't really need to bend it. And then the horrible malformed thing on there is a thing, but you can see it was also cast in the red plastic as well. But it's just like it's a little bit more rubbery. So at least they were consistent, and it wasn't like this was cast in purple or blue or something weird like that. Also, the accessories come with, because he does come with the Atomic Blast, and they're something. There's something they have where they're bendy wire. They're not painted all the way. I don't know if the actual NECA ones have where they're painted all the way either, but I'll figure that out and let you know, because like it's a something there. It's something, but I mean, like they don't look terrible. I mean, they are it's just white. It's just white on there, so it's like whoosh, white. But you get two of them, and if you straighten them out, they don't. I'm not gonna bend them in like a U or anything. That's for sure. I ain't tempting fate with that. But I think for a $25 knockoff that I bought just to have the Atomic Blast Shin Godzilla, oh, you poor monster, you poor thing. I don't think they're bad. Let's see if I get this in this mouth here. Get in that mouth. I mean, like it. He's doing Shin Godzilla stuff. God, is he taking up the whole camera? Holy crap! Get that back there. So that's a thing. Let's do some comparisons. Like, am I really going to compare this to like a bunch of different Godzilla figures? No, there's only one figure this really needs to be compared to, and that's the actual NECA Shin Godzilla figure. This is the real one. This has where it's not the Atomic Blast one, but it's the basic same paint scheme that most of this figure should be. And it's kind of insane just like how bad the bootleg looks next to the actual figure. Again, like this one just has too much paint caked on it. It doesn't have the gloss on it. It just thin your paint, guys. Thin your paints. This is what happens when you don't thin your paints and gets muddled and gross. I'm gonna go ahead and move into final thoughts because really, this guy for $25 gave me a good base figure and a new project because I think I'm gonna get some LA's Totally Awesome, pop him all apart and put him in it and just let him soak and let all this paint come off because I know it ain't sealed, so it should come off fairly easy, and then repaint him because I think the mold should be fine. It looks detailed. It doesn't look like it's a super bad copy or anything because usually if it has where it's a copy of a figure like this one right here, like they just took it and they made a copy off the figure itself and not from the mold, it should be should have where it loses more detail. The only detail lost on this is from the mud of paint on here. If you're thinking about possibly getting this Shin Godzilla, don't think you're getting a really good looking one. He looks like he looks like I painted it while I was drinking. That's what it looks like. He looks like a bad drinking paint job. But tell me what you think down below. Do you have where you pick up bootlegs off eBay and AliExpress sometimes thinking, hey, maybe this will be worth it? Do I think you should go out and find the actual Shin Atomic Blast Godzilla, the real one? If it has where it's around the $25 range, why certainly grab that thing. If it has where it's $50 and you really want it, go ahead. If it's $75 and you have where you can paint and you can put a little elbow grease into fixing a bootleg, go ahead and just not buy it and pick up this $25 monstrosity. But this has been Billy Beige, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.